Hello, everyone. Hello, good morning, and welcome to another episode of the Small Business Fridays. If you're just joining us for the first time, Small Business Fridays, we meet amazing SME100 Africa community members and just tell us about their business, their journey, and just learn so much from what they do as entrepreneurs. So today we have a very special guest. We have with us Oluwafemi Adela. Yeah, thank you for Good morning. Yeah, good morning. Can I just call you Femi? Yeah, Femi is okay, great. Femi is great. Awesome. Good, yeah. Good. How are you doing this morning? Yeah, I'm very well. Right. So just tell us. So he's the executive, the director, right, yeah, of NACO Harbour. So just tell us a bit more about yourself. Oh, fantastic! Once again, good morning, and thank you for having me. Of course, the government predicted my name again. My name is Femi Adela, and I represent NACO Harbour. Um, just a bit about myself. I have my background in finance and forensic, investigation and case review. But of course, you're wondering how, I dabbled into, natural medicine. But basically, that's just my background. No specific uh, doctorate degree in natural medicine, but something that I learned, over the years. As a matter of fact, and that will bring me to just giving you a small scenario, small overview of how I dabbled into natural medicine. It will interest to know that I was actually born into natural medicine. Oh wow! By born into, what do you mean by that? So meaning that this was something that my dad was doing, which we also went through school with. Um, so while I was born, that was what my dad was doing at the time. So growing up, as a toddler, as a child, to become adult, and I understood about medicine from that very elementary stage, where I go out with my dad, to market, to source for raw materials. We go to forests, in different parts of the country, Ondo, Oshun, Ekiti, Ogun State, in search for raw materials. And all along the line, I was gaining, knowledge and understanding about, herbs and how herbs are effective in addressing, key or life-threatening, some life-threatening ailments. So that is a bit of background to my person, and how I got into herbal medicine. Again, I think the interest for me, started at that very age where I was hands-on with my dad, basically. So he practically was the one that mentored. I'll put it that way, and giving this kind of passion to see people live healthily on a daily basis. Through what natural things, supplements, natural therapies, healthy living, healthy diet and lifestyle changes, basically. So that is a bit of who I am, and what we have done, as a people. So when did you start the company? Okay, so to start with, I think I also need to give you a little of background. Nako About, which is the brand name, started as far back as 1984. Oh wow! You surprised? It started as far back as 1984, and scientific analysis, began in 1997, 96, 97. I think at the time I was just about 12 or 13 years old. But of course, this was what I was part of. Um, Scientific analysis started at that time when we became an external collaborator with WHO, the World Health Organization, at the collaborating center. Yeah, at the collaborating center at the College of Medicine, University of Lagos, where NACO about tea, had been analyzed, evaluated, by those experts, so to speak, and these had also given us some level of comfort, on the potency and efficacy of, our products, the NACO about tea product, or the brand, as the case may be. And so that was when the business started. Of course, along the line, there are others, form of analysis that were done, by external researchers. We have, people who are, improved, yes, research findings. Yes, absolutely.
as a matter of fact, the Nakwa tea in itself made its way into the International Journal of Medicine. Was published.
Oh, this is
The
very
findings,
impressive,
yes,
actually.
the findings were published, and that journal is available in the public space. So for people that want to also look at that, you can go online and check it out. So basically, so that was the journey and the
Journey.
history for us. So in 2003, officially we went to CAC to incorporate the business. That was when we formally incorporated the business, even though we have been treating clients or patients with those herbal remedies prior to that time. And fast forward, somewhere in 2012, when I returned from the UK, of course, having been sent to school, from the proceeds of little changer and then from herbal medicine and stuff like that, I felt it was responsible enough for me to put a structure, to the business. I see my dad do all of this manually, putting all of these, raw materials together with some dry, we air dry, and then before it becomes something that is, edible for people to use. So in 2012, when I returned back, I felt, having understood herbal medicine and learned, having knowledge of herbs, it is then important for us to put a formal structure to the business. And so at the time, we began the journey of setting up our factory, um, trying to get equipment, that will facilitate, efficiency of our, production process. And fast forward, down the line, we are approaching that, but of course, there was so much of requirements at the time, and then um, it was a order that we had to cross. So fast forward to somewhere around 2017, we approached NAFDAC again, and then we went through the rigorous process of getting the certification for our products. And so 2018, our products, range of products were NAFDAC approved, at the time. So that is the formation of Aqua about from 1984 to where we are today. So we have a fantastic factory today. People ask us, how did you get to this point? But it's a journey of more than 30 years.
Wow.
That has brought us this
It's
far.
definitely a whole lot.
Yes, a whole lot has gone into this, and so they preach for us. Aside getting people to use our products, or is the fact that we want people to live healthily. There are certain conditions, and I also forgot to mention to say that the key area that we focus on basically prevention and reversal of diabetes,
Okay.
high blood, pressure, that could be elevated into hypertension, stomach ulcer, fever, and the likes, as well as, uh, everyday living. So basically, aside us producing these products, our advocacy, our passion lies in you living a healthy lifestyle on a daily basis. That alone will take you away from the doctors.
Yeah.
That alone, of course, would also, all things being equal, make you live long, as the case may be. Leveraging on use of herbal therapies, healthy diet. As a matter of fact, most of the challenges we face today is as a function of what we eat. Simple.
And I know diet is definitely something that people don't take as serious as what you take into your system.
And that is the starting point of every disease. So and that is why we are on a journey, and the journey is not just sell our products, but we are advocating for healthy living, which also requires you to eat healthily, and that is another big topic
An
on its
all
own.
round
Health,
healthy
basically.
lifestyle.
So it's a lifestyle. Health should be a lifestyle.
Lifestyle, not just when you're ill, looking for
emergency, exactly,
yeah.
remedy, a quick fix,
I
as
agree.
the case may be. So
I
it should
agree.
be a lifestyle, and that's what we preach. So we provide a holistic approach. Just to summarize that, a holistic approach to healthy living or well-being.
So what are the products that you have? You mentioned diabetes.
Yeah, so we can take them one by one. I can speak through it.
Okay.
So this is one of the maiden, products,
Okay.
and this is Napo Herbal Tea.
Okay.
Napo Herbal Tea is for prevention and reversal of diabetes. As a matter of fact, this was analyzed at the WHO Collaborating Center, and for its potency, efficacy, and safe for human consumption. So this tea very very potent and powerful. Um, so so the reason why we are able to stand bold and say this today is because over the last 30 years, we have seen diverse cases of people who have suffered from this condition, and today their life is a testimony of how those conditions have been reversed. So so what more do I want to say? And this product in itself um, repairs the pancreas, because that is the origin. So when your pancreas no longer produce insulin, or is not functioning the way it should function, then there's an accumulation of glucose in your bloodstream, and so your pancreas works over the years, having you consume food or diets that are wrong, or that you keep accumulating glucose in your bloodstream or your body system. You get to a point where your pancreas begins to get tired, when it's not able to function the way it should function. And what this tea does is to begin to repair your pancreas and bring it back to its normal state.
That's
And so
interesting.
that enables your system, your pancreas, to work the way it should work, produce insulin, when it should produce insulin. And so the excess sugar are absorbed from the bloodstream. So that is what this does. And for prevention, of course, once you take this on a routine basis,
Constantly repairing
exactly.
your
So
pancreas.
it's constantly there, getting sure that your pancreas is working the way it should work. So that is what this tea does. Yeah. So in addition to that, we also have another capsule that is called Amprex Paranil. That basically, I think we have that one here. So that's Amprex Paranil. What it does, this doesn't reverse diabetes, and I have to be clear on that. But what it does is to immediately bring down your blood sugar level. So depending on um, the stage at which your sugar levels have reached, that will determine if we are going to administer
That or not.
that or not. But it's just immediate and immediate stabilizer to reduce, but it doesn't repair the pancreas. This is what does the magic, on the pancreas. So again, we have high blood, pressure uh, capsules. That's that one. It's called Napo Fermentorial capsule, and what it does is to uh, also reverse, yes, it's for the management of high blood pressure. Now, of course, there are several risk factors, that could, result into, high blood pressure. One of which is, lifestyle, obesity. Um, when you take too much salt, it also aggravates your blood pressure. Inactivity, stress, and the like. So, nicotine, alcohol, those are risk factors for high blood pressure. So basically, what that does is to crash your blood pressure, and over time, consistent usage begins to
So what do you mean by
condition.
crash? Do you mean like just drop it down? Is that it?
Okay, so
Because even when your blood pressure is too low,
so
that's a problem
yeah,
as well.
actually it is, both hypo or whatever is 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 not too good for the health. But what this does is to say that, for instance, your blood pressure is at 200. So when you take this, it immediately brings it down, say immediately to somewhere around one, depending on your body system, really. So it reduces that, significantly, basically, and then after a while, because this is very fast in action,
Yeah.
very fast in action. So after a while, the dosage reduces so that you don't get into a hypotension state, and so you continue to use it, consistently. At some point, It may just be one after every other 2 days, and then your body gets used to it. And over a while, 3 months using consistently with diet and other lifestyle regimen, you are able to go off the drugs completely, and your blood
So
pressure.
it's not a lifestyle drug.
It's not a lifetime.
I'm sorry, lifetime.
Yes, it's not a lifetime drug. All our products are not lifetime.
Or even the tea.
Even the tea is not lifetime.
Oh, so you have to. Because I thought maybe you could just take the tea as like normal tea.
So you can actually take it as a normal tea for prevention, which we can say is a lifetime. But for reversal, once your condition is reversed, we have people that don't even take the tea anymore. Once their diabetes is gone. But we only advocate to say that continue to use it. Maybe not as a treatment protocol, but as a preventive protocol, such that your sugar level is balanced and normalized, all of the time. Because there's no way you tell people not to eat certain things. Of course, there are cheat days where people just want to cheat, and when that happens, of course, this is there as some sort of remedy, as the case may be. So that's about the Victoria capsule. Again, we have plethora of products.
Oh, wow.
So we also have the hypertension tea,
Okay.
which has also been researched. It's NAPO about tea for hypertension, which has also been researched by WHO collaborating center, as I mentioned earlier. What that does is to allow free flow of blood, into your system, to the nervous system, such that there are no blockage in the system. It allows that free circulation of blood. As a matter of fact, a few weeks ago, we had a client who just messaged us on Instagram to say that I had stroke, and I didn't know I had stroke. But he said he didn't know he had high blood pressure. So it was high blood pressure that
led to
led to that. And those are some of the complications that will arise when we don't, take care of these conditions. They say the silent killer. Truly it is. People feel slight headache and they feel it was just normal malaria, not knowing that those are some subtle indication that you need to check your BP. A lot of people don't check their BP. We see people, drop dead. People just drop dead, slump, and stuff like that. It's as a result of your pressure.
Related.
Exactly. Elevated. So when you get to that elevated state, anything could go wrong. So we've seen people that I said, there was, just permit me to just mention this. After a church service on one of the evenings, there's this, man who was also complaining, and he came to the office. He was at the office, but he wasn't really saying anything about he's a close friend to my dad, so he wasn't saying anything about he was just saying he's feeling and he was casual about it, and so he just take a rest and stuff like that. Unfortunately, that evening, the guy had a stroke when he got home. Why? Because he already had I have elevated, point.
Blood pressure, but he's
Exactly.
not monitoring it at all. So.
Exactly. So those are some of the complications or the outcome when these are not monitored. So we have the hypertension tea. This is the hypertension tea, now herbal tea for hypertension. So that is for prevention as well. As a matter of fact, this should be every day for everyone. Particularly when you don't have the condition yet, or you have a little bit of your blood pressure rising, that will help stabilize it and bring it to equilibrium. So what that does, and the fermentorial capsule, is to bring your blood pressure to equilibrium. Both your systolic and diastolic brings it to equilibrium, and there's consistent flow of blood. Why people have stroke is because there is no message sending to the brain, so there is no more blood flowing. And so the only message they understand is, oh, that person is dead, and that is when stroke happens. Right? So it's important that our people also are aware about some of these things and take precautionary measures.
I mean, you've learned so much, even as someone with your background.
As I said, yeah. So this is a journey of. I was born into it. I was born in 1985. This was something that happened. The business started in 1984. So and all through my life, I have understood this.
Yes.
So
It's very key.
yeah. So and that's why I have so much of insight or knowledge about natural medicine.
So have you always been an entrepreneur, or were you? Have you always? You said it started in 2003, like when you officially, um, you know,
Incorporated.
Incorporated business. So
Yeah.
have you always been doing this, or were you a 9 to 5 at some point, or I mean, we all want to know about your.
Okay. Well, interestingly, yes, 9 to 5. Yeah. So in the midst of bringing structure to this, it's something that when you're passionate about something, you just have to give it all that it takes. So entrepreneur, yes, and also on a 9 to 5. So my background in finance, accounting, risk management, I still practice, on that line. So yeah, there's still 9 to 5, but at the same time, the entrepreneurial spirit has always been
Always
there.
been there.
I'm also trying to harness that, to bring that to the fore. So that has always been there. So we can always juggle in between all of those.
Yeah, that's good. So would you say that it's good to, I mean, it's easy to manage, entrepreneurship and the 9 to 5,
Uh,
or it's just best to focus on your business?
so this is a mission. We're on a mission, and the mission is to save lives.
Yeah.
Basically, people need to hear this, people need to see this, and people need to understand how this works. So for us, for me particularly, it's a matter of start driving that passion and that vision to get people healthy, on a daily basis. So of course, I mentioned something earlier, putting a structure. So I don't have to be, on ground before things work, based on the structure we have in place. So we have a factory that is being run, we have our production process, structured, so those things are already on an auto
Pilot.
exactly, so to speak. And so all we do or I do is to provide oversight where required, and sometimes weekends I'm always in the factory, working, weekends, Saturday, Sundays I'm in the factory, either doing production or looking at what is going on and stuff like that. So I spend most of my weekends in the factory, working on this brand and also researching as well, how we can better improve, on the product quality and the like. So we've not finished speaking about the products. We still have some other products.
Oh yeah, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
so
Carry on, sorry.
okay, that's fine.
I was just intrigued by how much knowledge you had, and I was like, oh my god.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
and this is also Dula Golden Tea. We call it Dula Golden Tea. This is basically for management of stomach ulcer. Yeah, so that's very, very also very effective. What it does is to get rid of the acid, you know, um, uh, in the intestine, and also the sore, created, it heals up the sore, But interestingly, apps are not magical. It takes time.
It's a process.
It takes a process. So we have a lot of people that want overnight miracle. I just want this thing to go. But the question is, did that thing came there yesterday? So it
took some time as
so
well for it to
I keep
develop.
telling people that a sickness that will erupt or that will come to the fore in 10 years' time, right, will have been dead 10 years before. So people who have been diagnosed of type 2 diabetes today, perhaps look at history. That condition had been built 10 years earlier, and how? Through their eating habits, basically. So that is what the Dula Golden Tea does. I think so. This is Lamiveria capsule. This is general for fever, body pain, and the likes.
So is this like a painkiller?
Well, it's not a painkiller. Well, it does pain, kill pain. But again, when you have feverish condition, that is made up of um, a lot of roots and herbs. Very, very powerful. We have clients in the UK, US, Dublin, all over the country, asking for this particular product. When there is flu, this is what they like to take, and that settles it. So we have organic. Organic, is for basically high cholesterol.
Okay.
It helps to burn fats, from the
So
body.
do people take this as like a weight loss?
Well,
because I know a lot of people are always looking for
yes.
how to lose weight some way or the other.
Yeah, so what this does practically could also help you lose weight, but basically what it does is to reduce your fat. It burns out the fat. So So with that also, when you shed the fat, of course, that could also lead to you shedding some weight. So cholesterol is one of the risk factors for yeah, for blood pressure as well. When you have a lot of cholesterol in your blood, your body system, it clots the flow of blood. And so when that happens, your blood pressure begins because there is energy is trying to pump and work. And so because there is clogged, so it tends to push the pressure up, and this helps to most of the time when you ask people, high blood pressure clients, out of 10, you get to know that 3 or 4 have high cholesterol, and so we have to administer this so that that can, burn the fat, burn the cholesterol, take out the cholesterol, bad cholesterol, and then flow of blood can take it out. So that is what organic does. Um, yes, we have philanthropy. This is basically for kidney pain, stones, and prostate problems. Uh, Sometimes side effects of some of these orthodox drugs will lead to issues around the kidneys and the likes. The raw material for that is very scarce, but of course it's something that we are trying to source all of the time to keep our customers
Yeah, I was
happy.
gonna ask that. Where do you source? I mean, that was really my next question. Most of the materials, where do you source them?
All the raw materials are sourced locally.
Mm.
You source them locally. As I said, if you remember at the beginning, we go into the farms, forests. You know, I've been in one of those forests where honeybees are to, and I was telling you, I was very small at the time. Those are some of the experiences. So we go into the forest to harvest some of the raw materials for all of these products. So we go as far as Ondo State, Ekiti, Osun, Ilesha, Ota, to source for the raw materials. But all the raw materials are sourced locally, and they are pure herbs. Nothing, they are 100% organic herbs. So basically, that's how we source our raw materials. Yeah. So we have okay, I mentioned the melatonin, and this is okay. I mentioned the Amprex. Yeah. So I think
There's so many products.
yeah, yeah, there are so many products, and all of these are, about supplements, so to speak. Very effective. We see awesome testimonials, and we are very excited about what we do. Um, that gives us really the passion to want to do more. When we see people, give us testimonies about their health condition. Oh, thank God for now. Oh, this condition is reversed. I no longer do this, and those are people that are also willing to go on a journey with us. Sometimes a treatment protocol can take between 3 to 6 months. Yeah, particularly for depending on the body system and how long the ailment has been there. But the preach, aside reversal of some of these conditions, is also preventive mechanism. So what can you do to prevent such conditions from happening? So and that is why the herbal teas are there, particularly for hypertension, to be as a preventive mechanism. All of these are preventive in nature, as well as reversal. And we are introducing another new product, which is called going to be everyday usage. Where just brew a tea and drink in the morning. That helps to boost your immune system. It helps blood circulation. It helps clean the blood. Of toxins, of bad materials and stuff like that. So that is one of the new additions that is currently undergoing that approval process. And then in a few weeks, we should be also putting that into the public space for people to really enjoy and have a healthy life. So,
Amazing. I mean, what you do is just really it's there very it's definitely from a place of passion. I
absolutely.
can see that you're so passionate about it, and it's really something good, healthy lifestyles. But do you study anything related to this, or you just always, since your background kind
Okay.
of infused it into
Okay. So.
your bloodstream?
Okay. So. As a matter of fact, we are also a certified professional with the Green Center for Alternative Medicine in Nigeria. We are also a certified member and practitioner at the um, National Nigerian Association of Traditional Medicine Practitioners. tutorials. I've learned on herbs, how herbs work. You know, aside that, you can't take away your diet. Having to understand, diet. Again, we also have medical scientists that work with us. So apart from the knowledge that we have about the potency of the herbs, we also have scientists, nutritionists that
Okay, so
work.
is it a group of companies with like a board, or it's just you and partners?
Oh, so well, I would say this is a family business,
Okay.
as the case may be. The origin, is from my father, who started the business, and uh, I took up, the role
No.
to say yes, we need to push this forward, given the passion, and my understanding of all of this. So this is a family business, and we're ready to take it to the next phase of it. So we work with medical scientists. We have doctors, that consult for us as well. Matter of fact, I'm beginning to see medical doctors getting really interested in herbal medicine. Unlike before, where there is some
Yeah.
sort of but today they are really getting involved, in herbal medicine. We see doctors here and there preaching, natural medicine, alternative medicine, healthy lifestyle. They have, herbal therapies and stuff like that. So we actually work hand in hand with medical scientists, in the delivery of some of these, products as it is maybe. So
Thank you so much. And our time is just running. I wish I could just continue to learn so much about herbal medicine. And I thank you so much for joining us today.
yeah.
As an SME 100 African community member, as you've been a member of the community, how has that been for
Fantastic.
your business?
Yeah, so over the time, we've seen trying to create a platform like this where we can exhibit what we do and then try to also promote small businesses. So
Yeah.
over the time we've been together, it has been an awesome, awesome time. And we also just want to say you guys should continue to do all the best you can to continue to
Definitely.
promote small businesses, and let's take out to the public space, aggressively, some of these businesses that can also help the life of Nigerians, Africans, and the world at large, basically.
Thank you so much. So if you'd like to join the community, please send us a DM at SME100 Africa and get to know all about joining the SME100 Africa community and learning, be having an opportunity to talk
Yeah.
about your business like this to like a wide range of people. So thank you so much. Before you leave, I just wanted you to first of all share with us how can we get this product?
Oh,
Your
great.
Instagram,
Okay.
phone numbers, email,
Oh,
anything.
my bad manners. I don't know all the phone numbers by heart.
No, it's fine.
But that's fine. But again, the quickest means to reach us, is to on Instagram or our website. Importantly, the website. So you can go on the website and read more about what we do, and then you can see all our products are also displayed and what they do online. So you can check our website on www.napoherbal.com. Very simple. www.napoherbal.com. Our Instagram handle is at napoherbal. We are also on Facebook. You can check us out on Napo Herbal One on Facebook. We have our YouTube channel as well. Napo Herbal is also the YouTube channel name. So basically, those are the mediums to which you can reach us effectively. Once you go on our page, there is a WhatsApp, handle where you can easily reach us on WhatsApp, for any inquiry as the case may be. So that's the medium to which you can reach us. Yeah. So our website is available live. You can get across.
Yes. Can you come and do it? Ima? Yeah. Can you come and do it? All you need to do is just press OK. Okay. It's not too like sure. Don't worry. Yes. Okay, don't worry, it's fine. They're done already. You just ask him that something. Yeah, I was just asking. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
You need to change the battery. Now. much. Right. So before you go, please can you let us know, you know, how to access your products? Is it like is it like let us know how you access your products. Sorry for the break in transmission. But can you let us know how you access your products and how to get it?
Fantastic. So, of course, you can reach out to us, on our website, on Instagram. Our website is www.napoabout.com. www.napoabout.com. So, all our products are available on the website, and there are so much of information about us as well, where you can read, you can understand what we do basically, and also buy our products. Again, our Instagram handle is Napo About at Napo About. On Facebook, it's also at Napo About One on Facebook. We have a YouTube channel, Napo About, where you can also see some of our live testimonies and stuff like that.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I should also mention this. Uh, we at some point had instrument protocol for uh, Lagos Housewife, you know, uh, and that journey was also on our social media handles where you can also see and see how the healing process, went. Just to also mention that, but basically all our products are available on our website as well. So those
Thank
are
you
the
so
major.
much. I've learned a whole lot, like amazing things that you guys do at Naku Haba. I'm definitely looking forward. I don't like medicine. I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't lie that I would use it, but I know a lot of people would definitely love to use medication to just help them.
Yes, so there's difference between medicine as you term it and
And
supplements,
supplements,
so to
true.
speak. These are not chemicals.
Mm.
These are natural things that your body
Mm.
requires. You were made from dust, from natural, and so the body requires something that is natural as well. So, if at all, I think it would be ideal for everyone at least to get on the everyday products and stuff that will help prevent diabetes or hypertension as a person.
All right, thank you
Yeah.
so much. Before you go, just let us entrepreneurs just give us an advice on entrepreneurship training. Um,
Right. Okay. So for entrepreneurs, for me, the advice to give is your mind is a powerful force. Your mind is a powerful force, and so whatever it is you conceive in your mind, you are able to go through. So you can have the big business created in your mind, and then begin to start small. So regardless of the circumstance of the economic condition, your mind is that creative tool, and whatever it is you created in your mind, start small. Uh, we started so small. We started as a gift. These were given freely. It wasn't commercial.
oh, really?
Yeah, up until even in early 2000s, it was free. So you can imagine, doing this and people will give it out for free to people to use. So we started from a very, very small beginning, and that's the story behind it. And then today it is what it is today. So this was an idea conceived in the mind of somebody, believing that someday he has a vision for this big business. But of course, he had to start so small. And then also coming on board, looking at that big vision, we have to also start so small and gradually, facing our growth to where we are. So for entrepreneurs, my advice is have that big picture. There's nothing your mind cannot conceive. Once you can conceive it, then you can bat it. So, but the bat process requires, logic, requires, consistency. And the way to start is to start from that small beginning and gradually you grow into that large corporate. So, or large business as the case may be. So that's my advice to
All right.
entrepreneurs.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Mr. Femi. I really, really appreciate you coming here today, and I'm sure that our viewers have really learned so much from what you do. So do check out their Instagram handle at Nakuhaba and also their website www.nakuhaba.com as well to find out all about Nakuhaba and their teas and everything they do for your wellness and also for a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely.
All right, I'll see you guys next week for the next Small Business Fridays. Do join us every Friday at 10 a.m. and we will be meeting with another amazing SME100 Africa community member. Please follow all our social media handles, our online platform, which is 100 Talks, and also our women's platform, which is 100 Women, and also SME100 Africa, the parent company. I'll see you guys next week. Have an amazing Friday. Sleep, rest, have fun, and thank God it's Friday. Lots of love. Bye.